Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. So today our group will present to you about fuel tank process. So before we go to the process in the making of a fuel tank, let me introduce to you about my group members. First, we have Mohammad Zahin Azhari. Second, we have Mohammad Harith bin Ismail, and me, Mohammad Haziq bin Mohammad Zamri. So let me go to the objective of this group project. So we have 4 objectives in this project. First, to determine the process in fuel tank making. Second, to determine the pros and cons in fuel tank making. Third, to describe the method used in fuel tank making. And the last one is to achieve good quality product with low price. So we have 4 main objectives to achieve in this project. So next we go to the scope of this project. So in this project we have labeled 4 scope to be focusing in our project. First is process method. In process method, we have found that there are 4 processes in fuel tank making. First is cutting process. This process is used to cut the aluminum sheet to the tank shape. Next, welding process. We have choose TIG welding because it is the best type of welding method. Third is shaping process. The tank shape material being shaped use a hydraulic brake press. And lastly is a coating material. We have choose coating powder as it coating material. So next, the material in this project. So in this project, it has 2 material, which are aluminium and EP black matte. EP black matte is a name of the coating powder. Next is apparatus. There are 3 apparatus used in this project. First is plasma cutter. Second is TIG welding, and third is hydraulic press brake. The plasma cutter are used in cutting process. The TIG welding is used in welding process, and hydraulic press brake is used in shaping process. So we go to the last scope in this project. So the scope is cost. So in the process or method, material and apparatus used in the project has been chosen based on quality and cost, because we want to achieve the objective, which is low price with high quality. So we have do some research which method and which material and apparatus that can make this fuel tank have better quality with low price.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohammad Harith bin Ismail, and thank you to Muhammad Haziq for the introduction. Okay, now it's my turn, and I would like to present about the stage of process for manufacturing fuel tank. First, we go to the material selection process. For the material selection, aluminum has been selected as our main material for manufacturing fuel tank, because aluminum is very light material with a specific weight of 2.7 g per cm. Aluminum also resistant to corrosion, because aluminum is naturally produced protective thin outside coating which keeps the metal from further contact with the environment that can cause corrosion. Aluminum also ductile and has a low melting point. and so it's easy to process and can be processed in several ways in a molten condition. So last, aluminum is also an excellent shock absorber, so it is very suitable to manufacturing fuel tank. So the next process is cutting process. This process where the aluminum sheet will be cut off into the part that we want. The specification that we the tools that we use to cut the aluminum sheet is plasma cutter that will control by the computer. By using the specification that have been discussed from our group, the plasma cutter will cut out a big rectangle shape and two round shape of the aluminum sheet as a starting shape. This shape is the shape that the shape of fuel tank that we want to do is a cylindrical tank. So the shape is one big rectangle shape and two round shape for the side. Then we also cut out a round blade out shape from the rectangle shape to make hole for a filler pipe. After finish the cutting, we will clean off any debris from the metal cutting to get a good product. Then the leftover aluminum after the cutting process will be recycled for the other material, for the other fuel tank. Next we go to shaping process. In the shaping process we put the specification of fuel tank, which is diameter is 70, length is 110, then the liquid height is 55 centimeters. So the liters of the volume of the tank that we can get is about 423.3 liters. In this shaping process, we want the fuel tank in a cylindrical shape. So the rectangle aluminum sheet that have been cut off will go through the bending method by using 100 ton hydraulic powerful brake press machine. So when it goes to the bending to the brake press machine, the aluminum sheet will bending into the shape of cylinder. So the formula that we use to find the volume of the fuel tank is V equal to pi R to L. V is the volume, R for the radius, and L for the length. Next we go to the joining process. Once the cutting and shaping process is finished, we join all the part by welding process. The TIG welding process was used to make the welds on this fuel tank because it is the best type of the welding, because it is the best type for welding to use, because it is very sure there were not any leaks will come. The tools is gas tungsten arc welder or GTAW, also known as tungsten inert gas welder or TIG welder. So the aluminum sheet has been shaped into cylinder will be welded to make it combine together. So then we weld the other parts, which is the round part in the both side and also the filler pipe. So after settle all the welding process, we do leakage testing to know if the fuel tank is have a leaking. The testing is performed under a pool. So if the fuel tank leaks, A visible bubble will burst out from leakage areas, so we can find the place of leakage. So we need to do some welding more. So in this way, any leak will be easy. In this way, any leak will be easily detected under this way. Next is a coating project. Coating project. This process is to make sure it's protected against environmental elements. The powder coating is done to prevent rusting of fuel tank and for aesthetic look. The powders that used in this coating process is EP black matte. It is very suitable for fuel tank and other parts. So the powders are sprayed in the entire part to be coated in the spray booth. Then the parts are then kept in the oven at high temperature within 160 to 180 degree. The coating process consists of painting and heating. After painting, we will bring the fuel tank to the oven. Then the heating process will ensure the paint and on the surface of the fuel tank to make the heating process ensure the paint on the surface of the fuel tank is adherent. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohammad Azhari bin Zairil Aznin. My metric number is AA191897. So I will be presenting for the advantages and disadvantages of the processes that we have chose to conduct our product, which are cutting process, welding process, shaping process, and coating process. So let's begin with the first process, which is the cutting process. So the first advantage that we can require from the process is our workpiece can be easily keep in the right position. So the material that we use will be cut into sheets with the shape that we wanted and also with the precise and correct measurement. Next, it saves our time. It is because with laser cutting machine, the whole cutting process is easily achieved in less time compared to the traditional method, which is by using the scissors. Next, the advantage is the machine can be easily controlled. It is because the machine will be automatically work by the workers when the workers is conducting the computer system. The cutting machine also has high level of efficiency and required design replicas exact copies of each other. Next, the last advantage is safety ensured. The machine, it is because the workers will conduct the machine from distance, so the workers will be safe from getting any injuries or involved in accidents. So moving on to the disadvantages, the laser cutting machine actually consume high energy. The power consumption and efficiency depends on the type of section that need to be carried out and the nature of the laser, but normally the laser cutting consume high energy. Lastly, the disadvantages is it requires high cost. For this reason, the laser cutting machine should be placed into a special room. The special room will be expensive because it has many special features to make sure that the laser cutting machine, the laser will be conduct perfectly just in the room, so it will not cause any damage to other part of the place, and the workers will also be safe from the laser, which is very dangerous. If it touch the worker's skin, it can cause heavy injuries. So the next advantages and disadvantages that I would like to explain is on the shaping process. So the tools that we use is the press brake. So the first advantage is clean process. The press brake machine will definitely provide the shape that we wanted perfectly. Next, it is also easy to handle. It is because the setup is very quick and easy. It is also be created to readily change from one work to another. So for the disadvantages, the first disadvantages is the worker safety is not guaranteed. The workers who use the machine for the shaping process have a higher chance to involve in accident that can cause the cut deep into the skins, which is very dangerous. So for the last disadvantages is it requires high cost. It is because the production cost will increase if we involve the press brake process, as the investment for getting the tools are expensive. So we're moving on to the next process, which is the TIG welding process. The TIG stands for tungsten inert gas welding process. So the first advantages that we can get from this process is less material needed. This sentence means that you doesn't need to buy multiple shielding gases to work efficiently, as it is only need one gases only, which is argon gas. The argon gas is very useful to protect our material to be processed, and also it will protect the thickness of our material. So the next advantage is safety ensured. So our safety is definitely ensured because the inner gas that we use, that I said before, the argon gas, is very safe when it escape to the atmosphere. So we can call the TIG welding process as the go green process. Next, the advantage is wide range of metal can be welded. This sentence means that non-ferrous metal like our material that we choose for our product, which is aluminium, can be easily welded without any challenges. So this advantages is very good for our product. So lastly, the advantage is clean process. Clean process means this welding machine will ensure to provide high quality and strong welding finishes. Furthermore, the work done with this welding machine will give a neat and appealing joints. Also offers versatile option when welding with a wide range of material, which is our material, which is aluminium. So we're moving on to the disadvantages. The first disadvantages is it consumes more time. It is because it will take more time and much slower than any other process. Any other welding machines available in markets. It is because the works need to be precise. It has to be slowly and cautiously because the machine has to be handled by the expert only. So the last disadvantages is it is difficult to be handled. It is because usually the machine only be conducted by the professional and highly skilled welders only.
Usually most beginners needs to go to class or go through many trainings process to reach their full potential to handle the process. So we are moving on to the last process, the last advantages and disadvantages for the last process, which is the coating process. So the first advantage is leak prevention. The leak prevention is very important for our product. It is because if fuel is not properly contained, it can cause hazardous result, which is very dangerous. In this case, coatings can create a safe work environment through handling leaks. Next, the advantage is low cost. It is because by using the correct coating on our product, the repair cost will decrease and it will most likely have less maintenance over the course of time. Lastly, the advantage is corrosion prevention or corrosion protection. So natural elements such as wind or the temperature, surrounding temperature, can cause changes on the tank, like eventual breakdown on the surface. So with coating products, it will definitely protect our product from the exposure, so our tank will be safe. So moving on to the disadvantages. The first disadvantages is less of leveling effect. It means that the powder coating that we use for our product has less of leveling than paint. It can easily create messy of hills and valleys on our surface product, which is not a good finishing. Lastly, the disadvantages is high energy consumption. The curing process requires high temperature, which is more energy than the method of paint use, which is it let the paint dry naturally. So that's all from me. Thank you.